What's up guys, in today's video I want to talk about the Valve Index. Now I know the Valve Index is known as the best headset that you can buy. I'm going to tell you guys what I personally feel about it, why I feel like the Index isn't the best that money could buy, and why you should kind of look at other headsets before you go ahead and purchase the Index. Now I want you guys to keep in mind that I had the Index pretty much at launch. That I have been through so much with this headset to the point where I honestly do not know if I'm ever going to buy another Index unless they make another Index that's better than the original. And for me, the new Index has to be wireless for me to even consider getting it. I've been through 2 headsets already, one that had the RNA, and I have been through 3 sets of Index controllers. The third pair seems to be working fine. I have had them long enough where the drifting doesn't mess up. All the tracking on the controllers have not messed up. But I do want to talk about the headset. Now, my main problem with the Index isn't really the controllers. We knew the drifting was the issue, but the main thing is the durability of the headset itself. Anyone who owns an Index, you know that part, and I'm probably going to put a picture or something right here where it holds up the cord. Mostly on all the other headsets, if your cord breaks, you can take it off and replace it, right? You can go ahead and buy a new cord, put a new one on, you're good to go. Well, with the Index, Valve thought it was a great idea, glued in there, or whatever, however you want to call it. I think that's the most stupidest design that you can come up with the cord. Because with my case, and that's kind of why I had the RNA at the first time, it broke off. And when it breaks off on the Index, it kind of like droops down to a point where it's annoying to use. So I had the RNA at that time, and now this time, right, I've got like this little thing that covers the back, like it's like a VR cover for the back of the headset, right? The piece broke again on the second headset. I wasn't going to RNA it because the VR cover hold in a position where it's not annoying anymore, but that's not the only thing that broke. The top strap of the headset also broke. And it's like, can the Index not break? Like, I take really good care of my headset, so it can't be me. I'm not pulling on it crazy. I'm not doing stupid tricks in VR. With this headset, I don't understand why the headsets keep breaking, and it's always the most simple parts of the headset that breaks. Of course, you can still use the Index if the top strap breaks off. What I personally did was just roll in the back. Like I said, I'll pop out a picture on the screen. I basically rolled it in the back so I can pretty much still use the headset. It's kind of like a halo strap design now. Me personally, I actually do prefer the halo design because it is comfortable. At the same time, like, the Index just seems like every time I could either get a new one, you probably can say, well, just get a replacement, right? My warranty's up. It's not like warranty restarted as soon as they gave me the second headset. So I'm pretty much stuck with that headset. I don't plan on buying another one. And I know it's too late for them to fix these issues, but I feel like when they make the Index 2 or whatever they call it, like, make it more durable. Don't make it cheap. Like, it honestly feels cheap. And for a $1,000 headset, or if you want to just count the headset by itself with $500, I feel like it still should be better than what it is. Now, there is some things that I do like about it. I do like the FOV, even though I would love the Pimax FOV. This FOV was great. The fact that you can bring the screen closer to your eyes does make it amazing. Like, I love the FOV on this. I love the headphones. They're kind of like speakers. The only thing I didn't like about it, but that's a personal preference, is I like to sleep in VR. And I can't really sleep with the Index, but at the same time, I shouldn't really sleep with my headset anyway. I will give up the sleeping just because how good those headsets are. I do want to talk about Steam customer support. It is amazing. Put Steam support up against every other customer support. Hands down, Steam wins. You get a response in less than a day. You can't beat Steam support. And most of the time when you tell them that your headset broken and it is under warranty, they do RNA it. They do send it back. And if you do ask for an advanced replacement, they most of the time do it. Now, the main reason why I really want to make this video and talk about the Index is because I have finally got the Vive Pro Eye. It's pretty much $500 more than the Index kit, and a lot of people will say, well, the Index is better than the Pro Eye, or, you know, there's no point buying the Pro Eye because not everything has eye tracking. But even if you settle with like the Vive Pro and just spend the extra money on the Vive Pro, the comfort way better than the Index. It's way better than any headset I have put on my face. Most headset is front heavy. After a while, it just stresses out the back of my head. With this headset, it honestly feels like nothing's on it, or like it's part of my face, right? My face evenly distributes the fucking weight. I don't have to stress on like fixing it. For me, it's never really the top that hurts. It's either the back or the sides. And the fact that the Vive Pro has so much padding, and I'm gonna show you guys a picture of it, but if you see how much padding the Index have versus the Vive Pro, or the Vive Pro I, you honestly will feel a difference. And not only do I like the Vive Pro because of that, and don't get me wrong, even though I wish the field of view on the index was in the Vive Pro, the comfort alone, I have to like just get over all the stuff that's not there from the index. As an overall headset, this is still better than the index, because I kind of look at Vive as like the Android of VR, right? You got Oculus, that is pretty much like Apple, you know, you buy it, you get what you get, right? You get the index where it's kind of get what you get. You kind of add some things to it with the USB in the front of the headset, but with Vive headsets, you can make it wireless. You can add mouth tracking. There's so many upgrades that you get to do, and someone like me who loves VR and just want to keep getting more stuff for it, I don't feel like I'm limited to just putting the headset on and just having what they given me. The best combination for me right now is the Vive Pro I and the index controllers. I think that's the best combination that you can honestly do right now. If you're willing to spend $1,000 on your headset, I do recommend like just holding off and just get the best. Like there's no reason to settle for the index when there's better things out there. I understand that most of the hype is around the index, but when you sit there and you own 6 headsets and you tried everything pretty much, you know what's better out there and you don't want to settle for less. So anyone who's spending $1,000, just save your money. I understand that the $1,500 or the $1,300, if you end up getting the Vive Pro after taxes, it's gonna hit your wallet really hard. Hours of VR that you're gonna want to play. The stress of your index breaking after you just spent $1,000. In my opinion, it just was a better purchase. I'm not gonna get a new index. If I do decide to get the index, it will be the Index 2. If it's better than the Vive Pro I, it must have eye tracking. It has to pretty much have everything I want with the comfort. It has to be wireless. It has to be everything that I can get in this headset. And I do want to bring this up before I end this video. I know a lot of people are going to say Vive customer support is ass. Me personally, I never had to deal with it because none of my headsets broke. I still have the original Vive. My controllers from the original Vive still works. I've never had a problem with the Vive. So if something happens and I have to deal with Vive customer support, I'll let you guys know. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.